All right, guys, welcome back to Gather Together Homestead. I am in the garden today. Just wanted to give you guys kind of a garden update. It's beginning of June right now, and we got rocks growing in the garden. Looks like kids have thrown a rock in here, but right here you've got, these are Jessica's loofahs that she's got growing. She did 4 of them in here today, so there's 2 there, 2 over there, and they're coming up pretty good. I mean, this one here, this guy's probably close to 4 foot tall. And then you got our cucumbers down through there. Those are all pickling cucumbers, and they're all looking really well. Starting to climb up our trellis that we made, so it's working like we hoped it would. And then our zucchinis, if you guys remember seeing one of our earlier videos, it was a help video because we didn't know what was happening to our zucchinis. They were looking really sad in the greenhouse. So we figured we might as well go ahead and plant a few of them. So we stuck 5 of them in the garden, and man, did they just take off. This one over here, he's kind of a late goer, but he's really starting to take off now. And then 2 of them, they were this size, but you can see there's a hole there with nothing. And then there's one right down here that has a zucchini coming up now because I had to re-sow them, but we had some pretty high winds here recently, and it blew these zucchinis around because they're so big, and it snapped off the stem, the stalk down here, which you guys can see. That stalk down there, that's the only thing that's holding these down in the ground, is that one stalk, which is about a 1/2 inch around. But the other one survived. Those 1, 2 did not, but man, they're looking really good. And then like I said, I sowed some others, and this guy here, he's coming up, so hopefully he'll do pretty well. We'll see what happens with him though. But they got flowers on them down in there, so before long we ought to start having some zucchini. But you can see our watering system down through there too, which is working out fabulous, which we posted a video on that also. But that's our cucumber tunnel and loofah gourds. So hopefully they'll end up growing up this and all around the top and everything to where we can pick the cucumbers from the inside. Moving on, we've got our watermelons, which this guy here, he's kind of a slow goer, but he finally started taking off here recently. And then got that one. And these, I think these are watermelons down here. No, these are cantaloupe. Yeah, this end here, these 4 here, that one, and then there's one there, and then those 4, it's wanting to focus on my hand, sorry guys. Those 4 right over there, those are all cantaloupes. We got 8 cantaloupe, and then these are all of our watermelons. We got 2 different varieties of watermelon. I can't 100% remember. I think some of these are the sweet baby watermelons, and then I don't know what them other ones are over there. Those 4 are a bigger watermelon, bigger variety, and then these 4 here are the smaller ones. But they're all doing really well so far. And then this one here, we had to re-sow it, but it is starting to come up. You can see it there, but he's gonna take a little longer. So, and then we'll move on over here, and we got our cabbage, and they're all doing really well. Some are doing better than others, but they're coming up real well. And we've never grown cabbage before, but man, they look pretty. Got Jessica driving by, checking out the video here. And these are our other cantaloupes here. So I really like me some cantaloupe. And then we got our green beans, which they're all doing pretty well. They're all, I don't know, they're anywhere from 6-8 inches up to some of them are probably close to 10-12 inches tall. But they're all down through here. And I want to say there's about 200 green bean plants that we put in. There's about 100 on each side. And then we actually went ahead and sowed some okra, direct sow. We just put the seeds in down the center of our green beans. I think we put 6 of them in, and they all came up, but then something rooted one of them out of the ground and it died. So we have 5 okra in there coming up. We need to get in here and weed that area. And then we still got these 2 empty spots here, which are supposed to be cherry tomatoes. We just haven't got them put in yet. And then we got 5 more okra here, which are all doing really well. These 5 here we actually started in the greenhouse. So those are doing really, really well. And then we got some extra holes here, so we threw in some more jalapeno peppers. Why not? And then our tomatillos, which we've never grown them either, but they're all doing really well. And some of them have even got some blooms. Here, I can show you guys this one here. So it's got these little blooms on there. They're kind of squishy, but like I said, I've never grown a tomatillo before, so I'm not 100% if that's what the tomato is. If one of y'all know, you can comment, let us know. And we got 2 cherry tomato plants here, and those are the Husky cherry red tomatoes. And then over here we got another whole row of jalapenos right there. I think there's 18 in that row. And then we got a row of bell peppers there, which are all doing pretty good. And then down here on this end is our beefsteaks and our Roma tomatoes, which we have pruned them all up, which we've got a little sucker coming off there, so we'll go ahead and get him off there. He's kind of close to the ground, so I'll just pinch him off and get him out of the garden. But these are all doing really well. Had to actually go through and tie a few up. And if any of you use hay bales, that right there is just the baling twine that we keep off of the hay bales. So we use that to tie up our tomato plants to our tomato trellises that we have in here, our cattle panel tomato trellises. But those tomatoes, I mean, the panels are about 1 foot off the ground. So these tomato plants, a lot of them are about 2.5, probably 2.5 feet tall by now. So they're all doing really well, starting to get some flowers on them. This guy here, he had fallen over, so he looks a little sad right now. I may even have to tie up the top of this one again, just because it's not looking very happy with me. It had fallen over, which is why I came out to tie them up. So those 2 rows there, the first 2 rows of these, that's our beefsteaks. And again, they're all doing really, really well. I'm really pleased with how these are. These are all tomatoes that we started in our garden, in our greenhouse, not our garden. And then we've got our Romas back here, which are all doing fantastic. If you can't tell, guys, we like tomatoes. These are all San Marzano Romas, and then these other ones are beefsteaks, but these San Marzanos are a paste tomato. So we'll use them to make tomato sauces and spaghetti sauce and salsa, fresh salsa and stuff. So, but we've got 4 rows of them, and there's 10 in each row on our tomatoes. So we've got 20 beefsteaks and then 40 of the Romas. So that's it, guys. That is an overview / tour of the garden in June. Kind of give you the overview of it down there. Our fabric is working out fantastic. So right now we're pleased with it. I think next year we're probably going to end up doing the Back to Eden style garden with the wood chips and stuff. We actually contacted our local electric company, and they have contractors who trim the power lines and stuff, and they will dump wood chips for free on your place if you get on their list. So we did that a couple weeks ago, and they actually brought our first load of wood chips today, which is awesome. So we can actually use them over in the raised beds, which you guys can see, kind of see. Our raised beds are over there, and I think I can zoom. Yeah, there we go. So It's kind of hard to see through the netting, but our potatoes and sweet potatoes are doing really well. The strawberries are doing great. Our lettuce and our carrots and onions did not do so well yet. So not sure what's going on there. Never had real good luck with that, but everything else in the garden is doing fantastic. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll bring you on another update next month when everything is really just taking off and overtaking the garden. So we'll see you guys next time.